interested in simple steps to heal the root cause of your health issues, whether it's anxiety, depression, insomnia, weight gain, hormonal issues, digestive issues, or any difficult to treat condition, welcome to Heal Your Body, Cure Your Mind, where you'll get most of the answers for your health concerns and benefit from the latest techniques in naturopathic medicine, functional medicine, and psychotherapy to heal your mind and body together. As a naturopathic doctor, psychotherapist, and best-selling author, I've also created a free ebook and online course for you at drameet.com. That's drameet.com, where you'll get tons of tips to heal your mind, your body, your emotions, your gut, your liver, inflammation, and other things that go wrong in your body. Without further ado, with lots of love to your beautiful heart, here's your podcast for this week.
Hello, my name is Jantare and I want to welcome you to Reinvent Your Body series. How to create your best health, stop yo-yo dieting, and lose weight for good. Today's my guest is Dr. Ahmed. He's been voted a top 43 therapist worldwide. Dr. Ahmed's online program and best-selling books help thousands of people to deal with obesity, anxiety, depression, and many other disorders. He's combining a naturopathic and functional medicine to help you heal your body and mind. Hello, Dr. Ahmed. It's nice to meet you. Welcome.
Likewise.
To the show. It's my honor having you here.
Thank you very much. I also combine psychotherapy with naturopathic and functional medicine, just so everyone...
Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your background so that more...
So grew up in Kenya and then studied in Canada, naturopathic medicine and psychotherapy, focusing on helping people really treat the root cause of weight loss issues, sex issues, anxiety, depression, etc., by combining holistic medicine and emotional release through psychotherapy. I've written a book, a best-selling book called Heal Your Body, Cure Your Mind, which basically helps you to optimize your health, reduce anxiety and depression. There's a whole chapter on sex as well, which we'll be talking about. And I also have an online course, and there's free videos people can watch to introduce themselves to the online course, which really gives my exact protocols in healing leaky gut, adrenal fatigue, liver toxicity, a lot of things we're going to be talking about today.
Amazing. So today we're going to talk about a little bit of everything, but we will start with the sex. Why is so many, not everyone, but quite a lot of obese people or overweight people lose their sex drive? What is that? Is it to do with their self-confidence or sort of build up, I don't know, insecurity, or there is a deeper issues to that?
So sex drive depends on many factors, right? One is emotional confidence. When the confidence is low, then sometimes serotonin levels drop and that diminishes your sex drive. Yeah. The other things that affect your sex drive are your hormones, as well as toxicity and other chemicals in your body. So, for example, if you are obese and you have too much inflammation, well, we're going to talk about the root causes of obesity as well. But basically, a lot of people who are obese might have a hormonal imbalance. There's excessive estrogen being produced in the body, and there's a lack of testosterone. Testosterone is the major, both in men and women, is a major factor in increasing sex drive. And remember, testosterone also increases with exercise. And when people are obese, they find it more difficult or more painful to exercise as well, right? It's just because it's hard on the joints. And then a lot of obese people might have what we call inflammation. And I'll talk about how inflammation starts. But inflammation also then causes a cortisol imbalance in the body, right? And that can cause more sense of fatigue, an imbalance of serotonin and all the brain chemicals that help you feel good and give you that arousal, stimulus, etc. So it's a combination of mental, mental and emotional, based on confidence issues, as well as hormonal imbalances, related to fat deposits and liver toxicity, which I'll talk about, and also related to excessive inflammation, maybe changing the hormones as well as changing the brain chemicals. And all these will affect sex drive.
All right. So, okay, let's start from the beginning then.
Mm-hmm.
So, what this losing a sex drive, you said, is to do with the hormones, right?
I'll explain it all, how it connects together.
Let's go for it.
All righty. So, obesity, first of all, sometimes it's excessive fat deposits, sometimes it's inflammation, sometimes it's water retention, sometimes it's emotional trauma, and you're protecting yourself. So basically, you have a stomach and you have intestines, and your intestines are like a nice lining, a tube kept healthy by good bacteria and good food.
Yeah.
And with antibiotic use, poor diet, etc., this lining gets damaged and the good bacteria get killed off. We get holes in there, toxins go into the bloodstream and cause inflammation everywhere in the body. This inflammation is the leading cause for asthma, eczema, arthritis, a lot of chronic conditions.
Yeah.
And all this inflammation then causes a cortisol imbalance. And the cortisol imbalance causes you to goes into insulin resistance, basically, causes insulin imbalances. That causes you to deposit fat and weight. It also causes you to retain water, so you'll puff up. And that's why a lot of people increase their weight based on inflammation. All this inflammation creates toxicity, which goes to the liver. The liver takes a big hit, produces less bile, and you get more toxicity because you have more constipation. Meaning, so the bile helps lubricate your intestines and get rid of your poo. But if your liver is stagnant, you'll get more constipated, retain more toxins, get more inflamed, and the cycle continues. In Chinese medicine, the liver controls the hormones. So with liver stagnation, you go into hormonal imbalance. Estrogen dominance, progesterone deficiency, etc., and can make sex painful, sex uncomfortable, diminish libido, etc. Right? So we got the inflammation causing liver toxicity, causing hormonal imbalance, causing change in libido. And now remember all this inflammation going on from your gut, from leaky gut.
Yeah.
And causing the cortisol imbalance. That cortisol imbalance then suppresses all your brain chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and melatonin. And when these go down, you're going to feel depressed, you're going to feel anxious, etc. All these factors affect your sex drive as well, and your mood for sex, and your interest in sex, and your sense of pleasure. Okay. Now, the other thing that causes weight gain is, we said inflammation basically causes a cortisol imbalance, right?
Yeah.
Cortisol is made by your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands also make adrenaline in response to stress. So, combination of chronic inflammation and chronic stress will exhaust your adrenal system. When your adrenal system gets exhausted, you get very tired. That's your powerhouse. You're very tired and lethargic. So your metabolism drops. So your ability to burn fat reduces. Right? And your adrenal glands are like your powerhouse, and in Chinese medicine, your essence. And when these burn out, you have very low, what we call kidney yang energy. So your libido just plummets, just crashes.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so to heal your adrenal glands, one, you have to release trauma, which I talk about in the online course. And the other thing you have to do is, of course, heal inflammation. So how do we heal inflammation? Is by getting rid of inflammatory foods. Typically it's wheat and dairy and a lot of other foods that I mentioned in the online course, in the book. And also to heal the gut, then detoxify the liver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you've reduced all this disturbance, but then you also have to rebuild the adrenal system.
Yeah.
And you rebuild it using vitamins and herbs and things like that. So when you do this combined approach, you end up treating the root cause and having a better sex life in the long run.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Is it, for example, doing some sort of as well like exercise?
Mm-hmm.
Would that help as well?
Exercise is super important. Yeah, it's really the elixir of health, because exercise will increase your testosterone levels and reduce cortisol levels, help your adrenal glands release some stress as well, right? And that can improve your libido. The thing is, exercise is not always easy for certain people, right? Because if you're obese and your joints hurt or you're inflamed, then exercise can do more damage to your joints. So you need to reduce inflammation first and while you're starting to exercise, or do some exercise that's not damaging to your joints, right? So that's super important. In Kundalini yoga, which I practice, they also say exercising the upper legs, so your thigh muscles, doing a lot of like squats and things like that, seems to increase testosterone levels faster than exercising other parts of your body.
Very interesting. So basically they could start doing like Pilates, yoga.
It all helps, right? It all helps because each and every exercise basically detoxifies your body, increases testosterone levels, reduces stress. So to increase your sex drive, you want to look at all the angles which are contributing to low sex drive, whether it's inflammation, toxicity, adrenal exhaustion, emotional trauma. All of these things have to be looked at.
And the herbs, what kind of naturopathic you would suggest to take it, or sort of, is it teas or something to improve?
So as a naturopath, we always treat the root cause. We never give somebody something to just stimulate their libido, right? So if the root cause is inflammation, then we got to get rid of the inflammatory foods and heal the gut, with probiotics and certain supplements. And if they're toxic in their liver and they have a hormonal imbalance, we have to flush their liver out as well. And they use certain herbs like milk thistle or dandelion and other herbs, of course, I mentioned. I go into a lot of detail in the course, And then the other herbs that stimulate, sexual drive can be the adrenal adaptogens. For example, ashwagandha is one of them. But I don't recommend taking ashwagandha if you have toxicity, because you need to clean the gut first and all that. Otherwise, you add too much heat in the body, and then you might get cramps and headaches and things like that, right? So always, 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 always treat the root cause, and then you can add the herbs that stimulate sex drive.
Wow, that's so interesting, actually. I found out things I never knew. Well, thank you so much. And before we're going to wrap up this, is there anything else on your mind you would like to share with the listeners?
Well, healing the emotions is super important, and self-love as well. So healing the emotions and past traumas, because these past traumas get stuck in your limbic brain and they cause a chronic stress and underlying stress in your body, and that exhausts your adrenal system and contributes to adrenal burnout. So not only relaxing and positive thinking will help you, you have to really look at those deep wounds inside of you and heal them. Get rid of them so they're not controlling your perception and your automatic behaviors and your subconscious behaviors, right? So I do a lot of psychotherapy with all my clients to make sure that the deep emotions are really released and healed, alongside with changing the diet and doing the adrenal herbs and things like that. So and then self-love is super important, because when your sex drive is low, you might lose confidence in going to have sex, or you might feel that you might not be able to perform well. You might feel guilty, you might feel worthless. And so be patient with yourself, because this sense of guilt and lack of self-love is also a form of stress. So the first step is really to surrender to self-love, even though the critic in you wants to attack and attack and attack.
Yeah. Definitely. And can you tell us where our listeners can find you?
Okay, so there's free videos on everything I'm talking about, plus some more details on healthdoctorameet.com, and that's DRAMEET.com. And just sign up and you'll get some free videos, and you can watch my online program. And the full online program has my exact protocols, and it helps me support communities in Kenya as well when you get it. And my best-selling books are on Amazon. There's a liver book, there's a weight loss book, and there's the main book, Heal Your Body, Cure Your Mind.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Dr. Ameet. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you very much, Gintari. That was awesome.
Thank you. And to our listeners, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next episode. Have a good day.
Thanks for listening. Remember, you can go deeper in your healing with amazing remedies and therapies covered in your free online course and ebook on drameet.com. That's DRAMEET.com. Lots of love and thank you. God bless.